Hello everyone, we were just wondering, have you ever wanted to become a hacker? Just imagine what it would be like to have power over all the social networks and popular sites, or to download any application you like. Yeah, the dream. But it's not that easy, dear friends. First, you have to access something other than the usual websites, and you need to have very good skills. And secondly, if you get caught up, in addition to punishment from your parents, you'll also have to be held accountable before the law. However, there are very clever teenagers who are not afraid of this. So in this video, we'll tell you about unique kids whose skills in the field of cyberspace will amaze you. Let's get it on. Jonathan James. Among virtual systems that should be especially well protected against computer geniuses, the US Department of Defense should be in the first place. Can such a place be hacked? It turns out that it is possible. American hacker Jonathan James hacked this system and infiltrated this server. Just imagine, the kid was only 15 years old at the time, but this is only the beginning. After that, James entered into the NASA system and surfed freely all over the network. He even managed to steal several files, including the source code of the International Space Station. Of course, NASA launched a large-scale operation to catch the hacker, and James was soon neutralized. NASA estimated the damage at $1.7 million. But since the guy was underage, he was only sentenced to 6 months in prison and was forced to stop using computers. Betsy Davis. An experiment to prove the danger of connecting to Wi-Fi in public places was conducted not so long ago in London. During the experiment, 7-year-old British girl Betsy Davis had to find on the internet information about hacking access points and use them to hack unknown people. Do you think she did it? You bet, and very quickly. The girl asked Google for instructions and found more than 11 million results, including 14,000 video lessons. After watching a couple of videos, the girl built a fake Wi-Fi access point in 10 minutes and 54 seconds and was able to monitor all the information going through it. If you were connected to such a network, then this little girl could see all the web pages you're visiting. Pretty amazing, right? So be careful when using public access to the internet. Kevin Mitnick. The story of this cybercriminal began when the boy suddenly wanted to use public transport for free. At the age of 12, Kevin hacked the Los Angeles bus system with the help of a fake travel document. Later, he became a cunning telephone fraudster. At first, the boy was just having some fun. He redirected the signal of his home phone to a payphone and overheard how different people were asked to contribute 10 cents before the conversation. Then the hooligan started calling free of charge anywhere he wanted. A few years later, Mitnick was already wanted all over the country for hacking the network of a large corporation and stealing its programs. But that's not all, hell no. Later, the boy got into the network of the telephone giants Nokia and Motorola. And of course, this was too much. He was immediately caught and sentenced to 5 years of imprisonment for his virtual crimes. Christopher von Hassel. Christopher von Hassel, a 5-year-old boy from San Diego, California, managed to find vulnerabilities in the Xbox access settings by mistake. One time he was alone at home and he wanted to play some of his dad's games, but his father was greedy and of course he didn't want to leave the password of his account to his son. Trying to deceive the system, Christopher found that after entering the wrong password, a window with a prompt to re-enter the password is displayed, and if you simply press space, the system authorizes you. The young hacker began to play his father's shooters, and he was obviously caught by his parents. Afraid of being punished, he told how he managed to play the forbidden games. However, Christopher's father turned out to be a specialist in computer security, so instead of punishing him, they all had a laugh and informed tech support about the error. Sci-fi. A 10-year-old hacker girl surprised everyone when she found an error in some applications for Android and iOS devices. The first time, Sci-Fi found vulnerabilities in an app called Farm, a game where you have to wait a long time to grow a virtual harvest. The girl didn't want to wait and decided to find another way to speed up the gameplay. She found that if you turn off the Wi-Fi and move the phone clock forward, then the game will think that time has actually moved. In other words, she found a bug in the application, and the developers didn't even know about it. The young hacker girl didn't want to stop and decided to find similar errors in other applications using the same method. The girl received considerable monetary compensation for her cyber labors, and the developers began working on their errors. Amazing gadgets, upcoming technologies, incredible inventions, and other cool stuff related to high tech on TechZone. Subscribe, you won't regret it. The link is on the screen and in the description.
Thanks for watching.
Please like and share the video in social networks, and we'll be right back to you as fast as we can.